but let's get started. And we'll do our verb warm-up, and then we're going to talk about using should in past tonight. We're going to talk about using should in the past. So let's see here. Here we are. Today is the 21st of May, and we're starting off our evening lesson tonight. Okay, so can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we have the first one says
My wife and I
for of the last 2 months.
have
I agree.
have luck.
Whoops.
Have luck.
Have
been looking.
been looking or have looked. In this one, I would prefer have been looking because the action is not finished yet. The next one says last Friday. Sounds like past, huh?
Did
You
Mhm.
did
Did you come?
you come?
come?
All right. Now this next one, we have to look very carefully, right? We haven't talked about this for a while, but what does it say over here? Before last night. Before last night.
Hadn't gone.
Exactly, hadn't.
We hadn't gone.
Past perfect. Very good. He
Past
said.
perfect.
Hadn't gone, right? Because it's before last night. Last night we went to the concert, but before that, we hadn't gone for a while. Past perfect. Remember we talked about that way back in April. The beginning of April, I think we talked about that. All right. The next one says next week.
Will Pete,
Will, right.
will Pete sing?
Will Pete sing? Sure.
Kiss.
Will Pete sing at the party next week? Will sing. All right. The next one has the word ever. What could we say for ever?
Have your parents visited?
Have your parents ever
Ever visited
visited?
the Grand Canyon?
Mhm.
I never visited.
I went there one time. One time.
Oh.
I didn't spend much time there, but I did drive there and looked inside. It's a big canyon. I'd like to go there for a few days and like stay in the cabins and take the helicopter ride and all of that. Let's see. Not this summer, right? Although probably the Grand Canyon would be safe this summer, right? You in the middle of the canyon, you're not going to get the coronavirus, right? All right, let's see. The mail at the same time every morning.
Delivers.
The mail delivers?
Is delivered,
Is
right?
delivery?
It's delivered. Oh.
Passive, right?
Is delivery.
Yeah, it's delivered.
The mail is delivered at the same time every morning. Simple, present, and passive. The next one says not yet. Not
Passive.
yet.
Listen,
Give me just
Listen,
one.
listen.
listen.
Closing the door so I don't bother too many people. All right, back to business here. Okay, so not yet. What did we say?
Passive.
Doesn't.
Passive
Hasn't,
listen?
right.
Listen.
Present perfect.
Hasn't.
Yeah, not yet, right?
Don't care.
All right.
Bob
Now the next one has a if.
Is Bob relaxing?
Exactly. That's that first conditional, the possibility in the future. Oops. If I can spell tonight. If Bob relaxes this afternoon, he will have enough energy to play basketball tonight. All right. Now the next one is the cat, but the subject is feed.
Didn't feed?
Should we say didn't feed or wasn't fed?
Wasn't
fed. Right. Exactly. We want the passive there because the owner feeds the cat, right? The owner feeds the cat. So the cat wasn't fed last night. Passive. Number 10 is about Mr. Francis and every morning. What could we say for every morning? Does, right?
Does Mr. Frank buy?
Does buy, exactly. B-U-Y. Does Mr. Francis buy a newspaper every morning? Okay. Number 11. Until 9 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow is future, so
Won't.
what can we say?
Won't begin.
Won't begin.
Hasn't been.
Won't.
Won't be.
Won't begin or isn't going to begin, right? There's Armando. Isn't going to begin. Very good. Number 12, same story as we had just a minute ago. Not yet.
Hasn't
Hasn't heard.
Haven't.
haven't
I haven't heard, right?
Haven't heard.
Heard.
Jenny's plans.
The next one says plan. That's a potential action in the future.
To
So,
work.
to wear, right. Janice plans to wear a pretty dress to the wedding. Plans to wear. The next one is, now this one again we have to read carefully. Let's read the ending first. Before they took the test. So what
How
could
long had the student
exactly
reviewed?
had reviewed.
Had
Ah.
reviewed.
Got to have that past perfect there, right?
Mhm.
Present perfect would be how long until now. This one is how long until they took the test. Now the next one is try. Gerund or infinitive there?
Infinitive.
Infinitive, right. So
Infinitive?
I try not
Getting?
to forget.
To
Negative infinitive. I try not to forget.
Not to forget.
Yeah, try not to forget. All right, the next one says when you saw him. That's past tense.
Was Jean?
Was, exactly. Was
Jean is
Jim
studying?
studying. Perfect. STUDYING. Was Jim studying when you saw him?
Was.
The next one says since it got cold. Since.
haven't played.
Haven't played, right. Haven't played.
For the
next 3 weeks, a substitute.
institute.
For the next, will teach?
Will
talk.
teach.
Will be teach?
For
Or
the,
is
will
going,
teach.
is going to
Is
teach.
going to teach.
Is
Will teach. Is going to teach.
The next one says Harry refuses. Refuses what?
To pay.
Pay.
To pay.
Pay.
Refuses
To pay.
Right?
To pay. Refuse.
Refuse to.
To pay.
Right? A potential action in the future. I refuse to do that.
To pay.
Right? Because refuse means don't want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to pay you. I refuse to pay you. Right? All right. The next one says each week.
Where did you attend? Where do you?
Do you, right?
Do you
Do you?
attend?
Do you?
Where do you attend
Then.
church each week? Do you attend? Okay. The next one says not at all. Not at all. So what can we say here? He isn't or he doesn't?
That doesn't.
Doesn't. Doesn't like tests at all. Now the next one, again, we have another one where we have past tense already. We have when I realized I didn't include the card. So I
Had already sent.
exactly. I had already sent the package. I had already sent the package when I realized I didn't include the card. Had already sent.
Sam didn't remember.
Tom didn't remember. Remember to or remember ing?
Remember to card?
Remember to, right?
Oh,
Remember for responsibilities, we use infinitive. If it's a memory of the past, we use a gerund. But if it's a responsibility, we use infinitive. So I say, please remember to lock the door. When it's like a responsibility that you have, remember to do that.
Mhm.
Okay, and two more. We have ever. What can we say with ever?
Have
Have, right.
Ever.
Have the Dodgers ever
won.
won the World Series before?
Mhm.
And the next one, we have no subject. So what can we say?
Having.
Having,
Having.
To have.
having a disability or to have, you're right.
To have.
To have is fine. Oops. All right, no problems?
No,
No
no.
problem.
Preguntas, problemas, everybody okay? All
Yeah.
right, let's see who we have with us tonight. We have Isadora. Hello, Isadora. She was the first one
Hi.
here. Ching is here. We always see the top of Ching's head. We don't. Claudia is here. David Segovia is here. Armando, Jose. Nice to see you, Jose.
Nice to see you.
Julio is here, sort of. I see his car. He's driving.
I'm on my way from work. Teacher.
No
How are you?
problem. No problem. All right. Drive safely. Drive safely. All right. All right. We've got Edith is here, and it looks like we have Guadalupe and Leonarda and Erovigas. Fantastic.
Hi, Lupe.
¿Qué pasó, Leo?
¿Qué pasó, Lupe?
I don't know. And then somebody's connecting to the audio over here. Whose phone, Jorge? I don't know. ¿Quién, Jorge? I don't know. I don't know who that is. All right. So, everybody feeling good?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so last night, what did we talk about? We talked about giving somebody advice, right?
Yes.
If you want to give just normal advice, what do you say? You
How to?
should. You should, right? Just
You
normal
should.
advice, you should, right? If my advice is not so strong, I have 2 or 3 ideas, what do we
Could.
say?
You
could.
You could. You
Good.
could.
If my advice is very strong, like a warning, what do we
You
say?
must.
You
You had
you
better.
had better.
You had
Had
better.
better.
Almost
better.
must, but not quite, right? Almost
Mhm.
must, but not quite. And then remember, I can also give a suggestion by saying, why don't you? Right? Why don't you?
Don't you?
Mhm.
Right? So we talked about all of that, and all of that was for the present or the future, right? But sometimes people give you advice about the past, and it's very annoying. So tonight we're going to learn how to be very annoying. You're going to learn how to drive your children crazy, because this is your favorite thing for mothers to say, right? The child makes a mistake. Oh no! And then you say, you should have done it differently, right? You say, well, thank you for telling me now, right? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Using these verbs, should especially, could a little bit, but I'm going to talk more about could next week. Mostly I want to talk about should in the past. Should in the past, where it's too late to do anything. The mistake is made, but I tell you what would have been better, right? So for example, if let's say I get stuck in traffic and somebody says, well, you should have taken the freeway, right? You should have left earlier, right? It's about something that's too late to fix. Remember, we've already seen would have. Remember would have from our conditionals, right? If I had known about the problem, I would have done something. Remember that from our conditionals? Past tense conditional? Would have. So now we're going to do should have. So let's look at it a little bit together. Then we'll practice a little bit, and then we will be on our way for today. Okay, so let me share a screen here if I can. All right, if I can find the screen to share. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
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 This is in your book on page 48 if you have a book.
48.
48. 48.
Yes. Yes.
It's a regret or advice. A regret or advice.
Advice.
When something happens and it's too late to change it.
Sure.
So I want to see if we can watch this video together and we'll talk about it. Let me turn down the sound here. And just let's walk and talk it through. Past tense modals. Now next week, we're gonna talk about might have, could have, may have, must have. But tonight we're gonna concentrate only on should have. Should have. So I'm gonna have a whole presentation next week. But since it's Thursday, I don't wanna get into a whole big lesson tonight. So we're just gonna talk about should have tonight. But let's take a look here. Past tense modals. Should have and shouldn't have. Watch and listen. What does it say here? It says use past modals, should have and shouldn't have, for regrets or advice about something that happened in the past. We use past participle after should have and shouldn't have. Right? If I say you should have done it, it means you didn't do it. If I say you shouldn't have done it, it means you did it and it was wrong. Right? Whenever you use those, you're indicating somebody made a mistake. Right? For example, I don't like my new job. I don't like my new job. So I say to myself, I should have kept my old job. Or in negative, I can say I shouldn't have changed my job. Right? Should have kept, shouldn't have changed. In fact, I didn't keep my job, and now I made a mistake. All right? We didn't win the award, and now we have a regret. We feel bad about it. We say, oh man, we should have worked harder. Now we realize that we made a mistake. We should have worked harder. Or we shouldn't have rushed the project, right? We did it too fast. We shouldn't have rushed the project, right? Advice in the past. Robert is late to work. Uh-oh. He should have left his house earlier. He shouldn't have read the newspaper before work. He should, he shouldn't. He should, he shouldn't. Emma looks very tired. Well, she should have gone to bed earlier. She shouldn't have stayed up late. Notice we don't use has. It's always have. Should have, shouldn't have. Let's practice, okay? Everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what can we say about these regrets? One is affirmative, one is negative. What can we say? I don't like my job. So what can I say?
I should
To
I
should
should
have kept.
keep
I should have kept my job.
my
Past
own job.
participle. We need to use past participle.
That's right. Should have kept my job. I made a mistake. I should have kept the job. And what about changing the job? Was that a good idea? No.
No,
So what do we say? I shouldn't.
I shouldn't change.
I shouldn't have changed. We gotta put
shouldn't
that have in there.
changed.
Shouldn't have.
Now, I have to tell you, when we speak English, very often we don't say should have. Very often we say shoulda. You should have called me. It sounds like that. You should have called me. It just sounds like instead of have. Right? Most people say shoulda. You should have done it yesterday. You shoulda, you shouldn't have. Right? So listen to my pronunciation. Right? My pronunciation of the affirmative, I would say, I should have kept my old job. The negative, I say I shouldn't have changed jobs. I should have kept my job. I shouldn't have changed my job. Should have kept, shouldn't have changed. Right? Affirmative, negative, regret.
I should have
change.
All right. Now the next one, we want affirmative. What can we say? We
should
should
work.
have
We should
worked.
Should work.
We should have worked harder, right? What about negative?
Have worked.
We shouldn't have rushed the
I
job.
shouldn't have rushed it.
All right. What about this one? Robert was late to work. So what can we say?
should have
Early.
Should have
Early.
left the
The
house earlier. And negative,
he shouldn't have
shouldn't
read
have
the
read
newspaper.
the newspaper.
Read the
read
newspaper.
the newspaper. He
Shouldn't have
shouldn't
read
have
the
read the newspaper.
Excellent. Should have left and shouldn't have read. Should have left and shouldn't have read. Okay, here's Emma. We have affirmative and we have negative. So in affirmative, what are we going to say? She
She
should
Gone.
have
Should
Early to
gone
have
to
gone
bed earlier. She should have gone to bed earlier.
bed.
And what about the negative?
She shouldn't
Shouldn't have
Shouldn't stay up late.
She
stay
shouldn't have stayed up late.
Up late.
She shouldn't have stayed up late. She should have gone to bed earlier. She shouldn't have stayed up late.
Stay-
Y también no
Should
sé,
have
si
gone,
tienes una-
shouldn't have stayed.
¿Esto es Zoom?
All right.
¿No tienes la ID?
This review is exactly what's over here on the page. So let's just look at the page instead. Turn that off.
Yo por ahora.
There we go.
Yo acuérdame.
All right. So I don't like my job. I should have kept it. I shouldn't have changed. Robert is late. He should have left earlier. He shouldn't have read the newspaper. So should have, shouldn't have, past participle. All right. You ready to do some practice? Let's practice. I'm ready. I'm ready for some practice. Oop, there's Edith coming back. Okay, I sent you this paper. Oops. Oh my goodness.
Very noisy.
Oh wow.
Why is that?
What
Whatever.
happened?
Number 5 going to the system.
Yeah, that's a little monster in the system, right? A says, "What did you eat for lunch?" I sent you this picture, so you should have it on your
Delicious.
on your app. What did you eat for lunch? Simple past, right? B says, "I ate a burger, but I think I made a mistake." B says, "Really?" A says, "Yeah, I think I should have eaten a salad." So, eat, ate, should have eaten. Eat, ate, should have eaten. What really happened? I ate the burger. What would have been better? A salad, right? I did this, but that wasn't very good. This was a better choice, but I didn't do it. I ate a burger, but I should have eaten a salad. Okay, no problem? You ready to practice a little bit? All right, students,
Yes, sir.
I'll be A and you'll be B, okay?
Okay.
So students, what did you eat for lunch?
I
I
ate a burger,
hamburger, but I
think I made a mistake.
a mistake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I
think
think I should
I
have
should
eaten
have
a salad.
eaten a salad.
Okay, everybody got the idea?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try these 10. Let's start with Jose Garcia. Jose, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Remember, you're going to say, I did this, but I think I made a mistake, right?
But I need to see the.
Yeah. So, but I need you to memorize, right?
What did you read?
You just tell me, but I think I made a mistake, okay?
Okay.
That's all you have to remember. But I think I made a mistake.
Yeah.
All right, got it? All right.
Yes.
So Jose, what did you read?
I read a comic book, but I think I made a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I
Yeah, I
think
think.
I should.
Yeah, I think I should have read the newspaper.
There we go. I read a comic book, but I
Yeah.
should have read the newspaper.
A newspaper.
All right. All right. Students, repeat after me. I read a comic book,
I read
A comic book,
but I should have read the newspaper.
But
But
I should.
but I should have
read
read
a
newspaper.
Good. Ching, how about you? What did you drink?
I drank a soda,
But,
water.
no, but I think I made a mistake.
I didn't see the
Yeah. Everybody, but I think I made a mistake. That's all you have to remember. But I think I
But
made a
I
mistake.
think I made a
I
mistake.
drank something.
I drank soda, but I
drank
think I made a
soda.
mistake.
I think
I
But I
should
think I made a mistake.
have a
okay,
low.
I drank a soda,
I think
but
I
I
made a
think I mistake.
Okay? Really?
Water.
So you say yes.
Yes, I sure have drunk water.
That's right. I drank soda, but I think I made a mistake. I should have drunk water.
I sure have drunk water.
All right,
I
students.
should have some water.
Students, repeat after me. I drank soda,
I drank soda,
but I should have drunk water.
But I sure
Should have drunk
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 water.
water.
Good. All right. Let me see here. What about Armando?
Yes, sir.
Number 3. You ready for number 3?
Yes.
Where did you go, Armando?
I think
I went,
I went to the gym,
but
but I should.
I think I made a mistake.
I think I made a mistake.
Yeah. Oh, really? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I should have gone to the park.
I should have gone to the park. Very good. All right, class. Where did you go? I went to the gym,
I went.
but
to the gym.
But I made a mistake.
I think I made a mistake.
Mistake.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yes,
I should have gone to the park.
to the park.
Okay,
Sure,
good.
I'm going to the park.
Okay, good. Let's try another person. How about Claudia?
Yes.
Claudia, you ready?
Yes.
When did you get up, Claudia?
I got up at 8 o'clock,
But,
but I think I made a mistake.
oh, really?
Yes. I
I should have.
I think
gotten up at 6:30.
Yeah, I should have gotten up at 6:30. Right. All right. Students, repeat after me. I got up at 8,
I got up at 8.
but I should have gotten up.
But
I
I
should
But I should have got up.
At 6:30.
at 6 o'clock.
All right. Good. Let's see.
Two.
Let's try. Let's see. Leonardo,
Yeah.
who did you speak to?
I speak with the
Past tense, please.
I spoke with the teacher, but
Speak with a teacher.
I think I made a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think I should have spoke with the principal.
Should have spoken, right?
Spoken the principal.
Should have spoken to the principal. Very good.
Yes, yes.
All right, good. So students, let's see. Repeat after me. I spoke to the teacher,
I
Spoke to the teacher,
but I should have spoken
but I should
but I should have spoken
to the principal.
to the
to the principal.
Right? I made a mistake.
I made
All right.
a mistake.
Let's see.
Made a
All right.
mistake.
David Segovia.
Yes, teacher.
Number 6. What did you study in high school?
I I stay.
I studied.
I study in high school, but I think I make a mistake.
But what language? What language did you study?
I study in high school German.
But
No,
you made a
I
mistake.
study,
But I think a very mistake.
Yeah.
but I think I made a mistake.
Oh, what was the mistake? I think.
I think I should have studied Spanish.
Right. I studied German, but I should have studied Spanish. I studied German, but I should have studied Spanish. All right. So students, repeat after me. I studied German,
I studied in German,
but I should have studied Spanish.
but I should have studied
Spanish.
Study Spanish.
Good. Let's see. How about, let's see, who haven't I called on yet? Edith. Are you there, Edith? Maybe not. How about Edovigas? Edovigas? Anybody home? No, Edovigas is not home too. Guadalupe?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, you're there?
Half.
Okay. What kind of song did you sing?
What kind of song that I sing? Let me see.
I sang a country song.
Yeah, number 7.
Yeah. Okay. Number 7. Okay. I sung a romantic song.
But
Country.
a country song, but I think I made a mistake, right?
Oh, okay. I saw a country song, yeah. But I think I made a mistake.
Oh, really?
I should
Yeah.
sing a pop song.
Should have sung, right? Should have sung.
I should have sung a
Good.
pop song.
All right, good. All right, students, repeat after me. I sang a country song,
I
sang
sang
a
country song,
Country song.
but I should have sung
I should
have sung
Have sung
a pop song.
a
have
pop
Should have sung.
All right, good. Let's see. How about, let's see, who else is here? Let's see, Isadora?
Yes.
What sport did you play?
I play golf, but
Oh,
I
really?
think I made a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I should play
should have
golf, but I
should have played basketball.
But I should have played basketball.
I played golf, but I should have played basketball. Right. All right. So students, please repeat. I played golf,
I played
golf.
but I should have played basketball.
But I should have
Should
played
have played
basketball.
basketball.
All right.
Play
Good.
basketball.
Let's see. Have I called on everybody?
Yes.
Did I get everybody? Okay. Let's do some people one more time. Jing,
Oh.
are you ready? What
Yes.
did you make for lunch?
I made a lunch.
Pizza.
It's pizza.
But
But
But I
I
think
think I
made a
mistake.
I think I made a mistake. Okay.
I think I mistake.
Okay. Good. All right. Tell me about that.
I think you made a mistake.
Really?
Really?
I think
Really?
should
I
have
think I should have eaten sandwich.
Made, right? I should have made a sandwich.
I made a sandwich.
I should have made sandwiches.
I
I made
should-
pizza, but I should have made sandwiches. All right, students, please repeat. I made pizza,
I
I
made
made
pizza.
pizza,
but I should have made sandwiches.
but
But I
you
should have made
but made
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
made
Sandwich.
All right, number 10. Let's see. Let's try Claudia one more time.
Mhm.
Claudia, you ready?
Yes,
Claudia, which bus did you take?
I took the 181 bus.
Oh, really?
But I think I made a mistake.
Oh, tell me.
I should have taken the 90 bus.
Very good. I took the 181 bus, but I should have taken the 90 bus. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, students, which bus did you take?
I take.
Sorry.
We take
Repeat
the
after me.
181.
Sorry. Please repeat. I took the 181 bus,
I
I
took.
took the 181 bus.
81 bus.
but I should have taken
I should
But
have
Should have
taken
Should
taken
I
Have taken
taken the bus.
the 90 bus.
the
90
90
the
bus.
bus.
90
Okay, good. Students, repeat after me. Please repeat. Read,
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 Red.
read,
red.
should have read.
Could have
Should
read.
have red.
Should have read.
Should
Drink.
have red. Drink.
Drink,
Drink,
Drink.
drink,
drank,
Drank.
Drunk.
Drank. Oh,
should have
drinking.
drunk.
should have.
have
should
drunk.
have drunk,
Go,
Go.
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 went,
When.
When.
And
should have gone.
Should have
should
have
have
gone,
gone.
went.
Get,
Get.
Get.
got,
Got.
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 should have gotten.
Should have got.
Should
You
have
have
gotten.
gotten.
gotten,
Speak,
Speak.
Speak.
speak,
spoke,
Spoke.
spoke,
should have
Should
spoken.
have spoken.
Should
Should
have
have
spoken.
spoken,
All right. Sing. Oh, sorry. Study,
Study.
study,
studied,
Study.
study,
should have
Should
studied.
have
Should
Should
have
have studied.
have studied,
Sing,
Sing.
sang,
Sang.
should
Sang.
have sung.
Should
have
have
sung,
Play,
Play.
played,
Played.
played,
should have played.
Should have played.
have played,
Have
Make,
make.
made,
made,
Made.
made,
should have made.
Should have
Have
made.
have
made.
made,
Take,
Take.
take,
took,
Took.
took,
should have
Took.
taken.
Should
Should have taken.
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 Good, good. All right. Let's see. Okay, let me stop this share for a second. Get everybody back here. Hello, everyone again.
Hello, teacher.
hello.
All right. Julio, where are you now?
He looks like he's still
Over
driving.
here by my house.
Okay, close to your house. Okay, very good. Very
Yeah.
good. You should put your camera close to the window so we can take a tour.
Take a tour.
We can get a tour of Los Angeles while we're in the class. Yeah, maybe I should go to Griffith Park for our next lesson and walk around the observatory, right? Drive up to the observatory. By the time I get to the top, the lesson will be over. All right, very good. Everybody happy?
Yes.
Yes.
So remember, whenever you say should have, it means
Should
the
have.
thing did not happen. So if I say you should have called me, means what?
I
should
will
have
call you
called.
later.
You didn't call me, right? Whenever I say you should have called me, it means you didn't call me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right? It's always the opposite of what really happened, right?
Oh.
So if I say you should have paid that bill yesterday, means what?
We didn't.
You
We
You
didn't.
didn't
didn't
pay the
pay.
bill.
Didn't pay.
Okay.
If I say you should have taken the bus, means you didn't take the bus.
Oh.
If
I
say-
remember the song that we hear in the class, Mr. Webb, the Bruno Mars.
the Bruno Mars song, right? I should have brought you flowers. Yeah, yeah. It's some of you who are in the class way back
We
when.
also his,
We
his
played that
girlfriend, right?
Bruno Mars song about the guy who's sad about his girlfriend and he's thinking about all the things he should have done, right? That's what the end of the song says. I think about all the things I should have done when you were my girl,
Mhm.
right? So he says, I should have brought you flowers. I should have taken you out dancing. I shoulda, but I didn't, right? That's why you say, oh no, I made a mistake, right? That's why I think I made a mistake. That's the key point there. I did one thing, but that didn't turn out very well. right? Right?
All right.
So you say, oh man, she had a terrible marriage. She shouldn't have married that guy. Right? She had a terrible marriage. She shouldn't have married that guy. Right?
Yeah.
She made a mistake. Or you say, oh, you turned left on Sunset Boulevard. You should have turned right. You should have turned right. You made a mistake. No wonder you got lost. You did one thing, but you should have done the other thing. Right? Should have, shouldn't have is always opposite of what really happened. So if I use affirmative, the thing that really happened is negative. If I use a negative, what really happened is affirmative. Right?
Okay.
So if I say, Carla shouldn't have married Antonio. Carla shouldn't have married Antonio. So what happened? If I say Carla shouldn't have married Antonio.
He shouldn't.
So what happened? She got married to Antonio, and it wasn't a good marriage, right? If I say Carla shouldn't have married Antonio.
That was not a good Antonio.
It wasn't a good match. It wasn't a good match, right? But if I say you should have gotten up earlier, means you didn't get up earlier. So like I said at the beginning of the class, this is a way to be very, very annoying to people because nobody wants to hear about your mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, say, oh, I told you, you shouldn't have done that, right? Shut up.
See, you
Don't
listen
say
to me.
that. I'm teaching you bad English. I'm teaching you bad English. So be careful with this one. Don't use it too much, or you'll make people very angry. All right, let's take a look at the page on the book in the book about this, and then we're going to do some conversation together with the book as well. Okay, so let us look back at the book. And
Now the page number?
48. 48, maybe. Yeah, it's that same page where we were just a minute ago. So let's look at this story here. This is a story about a girl named Imelda. Maybe Imelda Marcos. Remember Imelda Marcos? Anybody remember that name?
No.
Imelda Marcos? Yeah. She was the president's wife in the Philippines. And she had
Teacher, what page?
Page 48. She had 1,000 pairs of shoes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. Maybe here. Let me see if I can find a picture. This is
I remember.
Page 48.
I remember.
You remember her?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find a picture here. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I got to show you this picture before we move on. Let's see. There it is. Okay, let me share this with you since we're talking about it. All right. All right. Do you see the picture?
Oh my goodness.
This was her shoe collection. So maybe we could say to Imelda, we say, hey, you shouldn't have bought so many shoes, right? She shouldn't have bought so many shoes because, claro, right? She's the president. She's the wife of the president of the Philippines. And of course, the people in the Philippines, very poor. But Imelda Marcos, 1,000 pairs of shoes. Oh boy. So she shouldn't have bought so many shoes. She shouldn't have bought so many shoes. All right. Anyway, this is a different Imelda we're reading about here. a different Imelda. Let's go back to the book here. It says, Imelda left the Philippines last year and immigrated to the United States. None of her family came with her. She got homesick and depressed, maybe because she didn't have her shoes. All right.
Probably, teacher.
So she made some mistakes, right? She made some mistakes.
She
All
didn't
right.
talk to anyone about
So
it.
she didn't talk to anyone. That was a mistake. She should have talked to somebody, somebody about the problems. Right?
Someone about the
She should have
problem.
talked to somebody about it.
Her problem.
All right. What about number 2? She didn't go out with her friends. That was a mistake.
She should
She
have gone
should have.
With her friends.
Should have what? Should have.
She should have gone.
She should have gone out with her friends.
with friends.
Should have gone out with her friends. Right.
She should
Should have gone out.
Go.
She
Should have gone out with her friends. Right.
Yes.
All right. Now the next one is affirmative, so we're going to make the should have a negative, right?
She
See,
shouldn't have.
the first 2 were negative, and we made it affirmative, right?
Yes.
So didn't became should have. Now here we have affirmative. She stayed home. So we want to
She
use the
shouldn't.
negative. She shouldn't.
She shouldn't
She
have.
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
She shouldn't
stayed.
stay home.
Shouldn't have
alone.
stayed home
She
alone.
shouldn't have
have
stayed
stayed
home
home
alone
alone.
all the time. She
All the
shouldn't
time.
have stayed home alone. She
Mhm.
shouldn't have
Have
stayed home.
stayed home alone all day.
She shouldn't have stayed home alone. Okay. Number 4 is a negative. Didn't. She didn't make any new friends. So what should she have done?
She
Should
should
have
have made
Made new friends.
She
New
should have
friends.
made some new friends. Exactly. She should have made some new friends. She made a mistake. She made a mistake. She should have made some friends. She didn't exercise. Oh, you always get depressed if you don't have enough exercise. Right?
She
So what can we say?
should
She
have
should
Should
Should have exercises.
she should have exercised. She should have exercised.
Exercise.
She didn't eat regular
should-
balanced meals. She didn't eat regular balanced meals.
She
She shouldn't have eaten regular.
She should have eaten regular balanced meals. Should have
She
eaten.
should have eaten regular
Eaten.
balanced meal.
All right. Number 7. She ate lots of junk food. She ate
She
lots of junk
shouldn't have eaten
shouldn't have
some
eaten
food.
Should have.
She shouldn't have slept so much.
Eaten.
Shouldn't have eaten, right? She
She
shouldn't have
shouldn't
eaten.
have eaten junk food.
Yeah, she should have eaten balanced meals. She shouldn't have eaten the junk food.
She shouldn't.
Oh, we got a couple more here.
She
Number 8 says
shouldn't.
she slept so much. Bad idea. Bad
She
idea.
shouldn't have slept
Slept too
so
much.
much.
She shouldn't have slept so much, right? She shouldn't have slept so much. She shouldn't have slept
Have
so much.
slept so much.
She didn't call her family. Well, that was a mistake.
She
should
should have
Called
called
her
her
friend.
family.
Called her friend family.
She should have called her family. Right. Should have called. Excellent. Okay. Let's listen to this and see if we can pay attention to the pronunciation of should have. Right. Oops. Getting a little too big there. All right. Here we go. Okay. Let me do a couple. Push one more button and then we're going to listen to this. Listen carefully. Notice how the affirmative becomes negative and the negative becomes affirmative. Why? Because it's not real. It didn't really happen. It's just like would have. Remember would have? Would have didn't happen either. Remember when we were using our past conditionals? If I had made the shot, we would have won the game. Did we win? No. Did I make the shot? No. So here's another one. Would have, could have, might have, may have. They didn't really happen or I don't know about it. All right, so let's listen to all of these And notice how we're changing the affirmative to the negative and the negative to the affirmative. Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Let's listen. Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
No. No.
Do you hear or no?
Hello?
Yes? Can you hear?
No.
Yes,
Yes, no? All right,
I
let's,
can hear.
some people can,
I
some people
can, I
can't.
can hear. We
you.
can hear you, but we cannot hear the video.
Oh,
the-
okay. Let's try again.
I can hear you.
Let's try again. Sorry about that.
Page 48.
How about now?
Exercise 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,
She should have talked to someone about her problems.
Right. Next one, didn't go. So what do we say?
2,
She should have gone out with friends.
Should have gone out. Stayed. We're going to change to negative.
3,
She shouldn't have stayed home alone all the time.
Shouldn't have stayed. Didn't make. We're going to change back to affirmative.
4,
She should have made new friends.
Didn't exercise. Again, change to affirmative.
5.
Should have.
She should have exercised.
Should have exercised. Didn't. Again, didn't.
6,
She should have eaten regular balanced meals.
Should have eaten.
7,
She shouldn't have eaten lots of junk food.
Shouldn't have eaten.
8,
She shouldn't have slept so much.
Shouldn't have slept.
9,
She should have called her family.
Should have called her family. Okay, very good. No problems?
No problem.
All right, good. Let's do a little practice with some partners. Okay,
Okay.
do you see these ideas here? We have
Yeah.
8 or 9 of them. We have, it says here, look at the pictures. What should Nikolai and his boss have done differently, right? They made a lot of mistakes. Right? So, for example, Nikolai made some mistakes, but the boss made some mistakes too. Like the boss did that, and Nikolai did that. So a lot of people made some mistakes here. So I want to practice this with small groups. We got 8 sentences, and I want you to see if you can make should have or shouldn't have. So you have to decide, should I use a negative or should I use an affirmative? And if you have a negative, change it to what would have been better. So let me show you what I mean. You see the first one here? It says stay up late. So we could say shouldn't have and should have. So what can we say? He shouldn't have stayed up late. And what should he have done instead?
What?
What should he have done instead?
He should have
Gotten up and
he should have been up early.
He should have gone to bed earlier, right? We're still on number 1. So we're going to make 2 sentences for every one of these. We're going to say what the mistake was, and we're going to say what would have been better, right?
Okay.
So let's listen to my example. For number 1, I have 2 sentences. Number 1, he shouldn't have stayed up late. Number 2, he should have gone to bed at his usual time. All right, you see what I did? I said the mistake, but then I said what would have been better, right? Number 1, what was the mistake? He shouldn't have stayed up late. Number 2, he should have gone to bed at his regular time. Okay? Everybody got it? Más o menos?
Yeah.
Más o menos.
Más o menos. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this in groups tonight. Who doesn't have a book? Edith doesn't have a book? Okay. I'll make sure you're in a group with somebody with a book. Let's see. Everybody else has a book?
Yes,
Yes? Okay. Let's try.
I have a book.
Okay, good. So let's try 3 groups tonight. There'll be 3 or 4 people in every group. And so that'll give you a chance to do, remember, for every one, you're going to make 2 sentences. Your first sentence is going to be shouldn't. That's what's in the book, right? You're going to say shouldn't. And then in your imagination, you're going to have to think of something that would have been better. So for example, number 1, he shouldn't have stayed up late. He should have gone to bed at the usual time. He shouldn't have stayed up late. He should have gone to bed at the usual time. So you use their verb, and then you invent your own verb. Okay. So what would we say for number 2? Give me number 2 while we're thinking about it.
He shouldn't have overslept.
He shouldn't have overslept. That was the mistake. Okay. And what about the
He
should have?
He should have.
He should have woke up.
He should have woken up on time. He should have set his alarm. He should have gotten up at his normal time, right? So
She should put his alarm on time.
Should have put his alarm on time, right? There were many things he could have done to avoid the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he shouldn't have overslept. He should have set his alarm before he went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you're going to have 1 negative, that's the verb that's there, and then 1 affirmative from your own mind, from the cabeza. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. All right, and if you're in Edith's group, make sure you help her out and tell her the verbs so she can make her own ideas, okay? No problems? All right, so let's practice for about,
a lot of problems.
well, we'll see how it goes. We'll practice for about 10 minutes, okay? All right, you're in 3 groups. That means every group has 3 people and 1 group has 4 people, okay? Off we go. Off we go. See you later. Let's do exactly like we were just doing. To make a negative, I'm going to tell you a mistake. You make a negative, and then you make a should have that would have been better. Okay? So if I say, Henry drank too much beer, you say, oh, he shouldn't have drunk so much beer. He should have drunk only 1 or 2. Right? You see the idea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Jose. You there, Jose?
Yes.
Let's try one. Let's see. My friend got into an accident because he was driving very fast.
They shouldn't driven too fast.
What should he have done instead? He should have.
They should have driving carefully.
Should have driven carefully. Should have followed the speed limit, right? Yeah, he shouldn't have driven so fast. He should have followed the speed limit. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. How about Guadalupe? My friend burned the pizza because he wasn't paying attention. He burned the pizza because he wasn't paying attention.
He shouldn't burn the pizza. He should put more attention when he was cooking or
Right.
she was cooking.
Yeah, he shouldn't have burned that pizza. He should have paid more attention. Yeah.
He should pay. Yeah, he should pay.
He should have paid.
He should pay
more
He
attention.
should have paid more attention
That's right.
when he or she was cooking. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Let's see, Rodriguez.
Yes, teacher.
What if I say Emelina failed the test because she didn't study?
Emelina shouldn't have
shouldn't have lost the test.
She shouldn't have failed the test because she should have done what?
She should study more.
She should have studied more the night before, right? She should have studied more the night before. All right. Let's see. Leonardo.
Okay.
I gave my wife a special ring and she lost it at the gym.
Oh my God.
I gave my wife a special ring and
Can you repeat, please?
I gave my wife a special ring and she lost it at the gym.
Okay. She shouldn't have when his ring and the gym.
She shouldn't have worn her ring at the gym.
Shouldn't,
Mhm.
yeah.
What should she have done?
She should have stayed calm.
Maybe she should have.
You should have.
She should have left the ring
Left
the ring at
it
home.
Yeah.
She should have taken off the ring before she went to the gym, right?
Okay.
She should have left the ring at home.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Armando.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The little boy got in trouble because he said a bad word in the class.
He shouldn't say a bad word
He
in
shouldn't
class.
have said that bad word. What should he have done instead?
He should have been more polite.
He should have been more polite, right? He was very rude. He should have been more polite. He said a bad word. He shouldn't have said that word. He should have been more polite. Very good. David Segovia. Are you ready? Are you ready, David?
Let me try, teacher. Let me try.
Okay. Ricardo bought a very old car and it doesn't run very well at all.
He shouldn't buy the old car.
Shouldn't have bought, right? He shouldn't have bought that old car.
He should have buy a new car.
He should have bought a newer car, right? He shouldn't have bought an old used car. He should have bought a newer car. All right, Isadora. Let's see. My friend forgot her cell phone, and so she got lost. Oh, your microphone is off. Okay, let's try you again. Oh, your microphone is stuck.
Like
We're having microphone problems tonight. Can you turn it off, Isadora? Your microphone? There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you hear what I said? My friend forgot her cell phone, and so she got lost.
He shouldn't have forgotten his phone.
Right. What should she have done? She should have.
He should have remember where
She should have remembered her phone, or she should have
her
brought.
phone.
She
Remember
should have
her
brought
phone?
the phone with her.
Okay.
She should have brought the phone with her. All right. Let's see. Edith, do you have a speaker? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Let's see. My friend ate a lot of candy, and now he feels sick.
Oh my, okay. Your friend eat a lot candy and okay. So he shouldn't eaten a lot. He shouldn't have eaten a lot candy, and she should have eaten less candy.
Less candy or a
less candy.
healthy snack.
Yes,
What
or
kind of snack?
healthy snack.
Yeah, he should have eaten a healthy snack. He shouldn't have eaten so much candy.
Mm.
All right, Claudia.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Gregorio yelled at his boss and lost his job. Gregorio yelled at his boss and lost his job.
Gregorio shouldn't have yelled
Mhm.
her boss. He should have been
more
respectful.
Yeah,
Respectful.
should have spoken more calmly. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he should have spoken more calmly. He shouldn't have yelled at the boss. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Jing. My neighbor had a very loud party, and the police came by, and there was a big problem.
Your neighbor shouldn't have had a party.
Shouldn't have been so noisy, right?
Yeah, I shouldn't have made a noisy.
They shouldn't have made so much noise. They should have. What should they have done?
They should have quiet.
They should have been quiet, right? They should have been quiet. That's right. They should have been quiet. They shouldn't have been so noisy. They should have been quiet. So, is everybody getting the idea?
Yeah.
Good. We're gonna talk much more about this next week, but let's just do one little practice before we finish the class today. So what's the basic rule we have here? We have a modal, like should, and then we have should or shouldn't. Then we use have. Then we use past participle, right?
Yeah.
Should have past participle. Okay. So let's do some practice about last night and tonight. Okay. Let's do some practice for both of them. Let me go here to my button. Let me push my button here. Here we go. Okay, so let's do a little practice, a little online practice. Can everybody see the Ventures Arcade?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is a practice from last night, from Tuesday, from Wednesday, and from Thursday. Okay, so we have all this practice. All right, so the first one we have shouldn't and have to. So it says we want to start the classes next week. So you shouldn't or you have to?
You have to.
You have to register.
You have to register.
You have
soon.
to.
Good. All right. It's going to rain soon. What can we say there? It's going to rain, so what?
We shouldn't.
We shouldn't have
We shouldn't have the birthday party outside, right? We shouldn't. Bad idea, right? Tano gets nervous before a test.
He shouldn't.
He
He
should try to meditate. Yeah. It's a suggestion. It's not necessary.
He should try to meditate.
It's not necessary, but it's a suggestion. Good. Okay. Jean is moving to San Diego. She needs an apartment. She doesn't have to, or she should?
Have to. She should.
She should. Good idea.
She should check
Good
the ads
idea
in the
to check
newspaper.
the newspaper. Right? Neki doesn't speak English well.
She should.
She should
have to
enroll in class
in English classes.
That's right. All right. June and May want to get married. They ought to, or they don't have to?
They
They have
They
to,
ought to.
they ought to set the wedding date.
Remember, ought to means should. Ought to means should.
should.
They ought to. They ought
We
to.
had that last night, right?
Mhm.
Did I send you the slides from last night or not?
Yes.
Did I send you the PowerPoint slides last night or not?
You did?
I don't
You
think I
did?
did.
No, I don't think so, teacher.
Okay, I'll send them right after class today.
shouldn't order the food. Sarah is going to the
Right. Did you order the food for the party? No, I shouldn't, or I don't have to.
shouldn't order.
I don't
shouldn't
have to.
I don't have to.
have
Not
to.
necessary, right? Right. Her friend is
I
going to do
don't
it.
have.
I don't have to. Mhm. Next one. David and Cecilia need furniture, but they don't have much money. So what can we say?
They don't have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, they don't have to. They don't have to spend a lot of money, right? Remember that difference. Don't have to means it's not necessary, right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to skip that one and we're going to go to the other exercise here, which is the past modals. Past modals, here we go. Oops. Pushing the wrong buttons here. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we're going to choose should have or shouldn't have. Okay. What do we have here? Nicholas slept late and he missed his bus.
He shouldn't
He
have.
shouldn't
Should have set his alarm.
Should have set his alarm.
He should
Negative
have
or
set
affirmative?
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Right.
He should
have set his alarm.
Very good. All right. Carol didn't pass the test. She
She shouldn't have
shouldn't have
gone and party.
You shouldn't because we don't have past participle.
Exactly.
I know.
Right.
She
Jose
shouldn't.
was paying attention. Right. We're going to put should in here. Why? Because we don't have gone. We have go. So
Go.
yeah.
Shouldn't
So
go.
person B is making a general statement. Right. In general, you shouldn't go out before a test.
Okay.
Right. Shouldn't go. Shouldn't have gone.
Okay.
All right.
Mm.
Mr.
Right.
Martinez felt a lot of pressure before his meeting.
He
He
should
shouldn't
have
You should have to meditate.
Affirmative.
Should have.
This one.
affirmative.
Affirmative.
He should have.
Should have tried to meditate.
Correct. All right. I lost my cell phone on the bus. This is like my daughter. How many cell phones did I buy her? I broke my cell phone. I lost my cell phone. Oh.
You should have.
She should have.
You should have been more careful.
She
More
should have
careful.
been more careful. Exactly. Oops. All right. Last question.
I don't feel well at all. I haven't. Really, I'm sorry. You
Shouldn't have.
shouldn't have gone.
Right. Because we have gone, right? She shouldn't have gone to work today.
Yeah.
Excellent. You guys did great.
Wow.
Okay. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, sorry. Remember,
Monday.
Until
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Monday is a holiday. Monday
Until
is a holiday.
Tuesday.
Monday is a holiday, Memorial Day, right?
Mhm.
And so we're not going to have a class on Monday, but on Tuesday, we're going to come back and do practice with could have, might have, may have, must have, all of the other perfect modals. There are 5 perfect modals. Should have, must have, may have, might have, could have. 5. So we studied 1 tonight as like an introduction. And then we'll have a big lesson next week about all of them. Should have, might have, may have, could have, etc. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So do we feel good?
Yes,
okay?
teacher, question before we
Question.
leave.
Yes.
So ought to means should,
Yeah, ought to and should mean the same thing.
means the same.
One
Should.
is more common in formal English, and ought to is more common in informal English.
Oh, informal. Okay.
Informal. Yeah, you ought to listen to your father.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I'll send you those slides as soon as the class is over. And so we have a Memorial Day weekend. Is anybody gonna have some carne asada in the backyard?
Maybe.
Yes. Okay. All right. That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. I'm gonna probably barbecue. Maybe let's see. Maybe some hamburgers or some barbecue chicken. Maybe barbecue chicken. Maybe barbecue
Maybe?
chicken and hamburgers. Maybe.
Wow, that's
Yeah. Well, go to town. Okay. We'll see. So anyway, we're gonna see you back here on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I'll send you some links for some practice that you can do over the weekend. Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, no
No
problem.
Problem.
Have a
All
nice
right.
long weekend, guys.
Have a nice weekend.
Hi, guys.
You too.
Bye bye.
Enjoy your
You too.
holiday. We'll see you on
Happy holiday, you
Tuesday.
too.
Holidays.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Adoramos.
Silvia. Bye, Leo.
Bye
Bye.
everybody.
Bye,
See you later.
everyone. Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye.